I think last week, David, Austin Ekeler, running back for the Washington Commanders. Of course, everyone that took Austin Ekeler last year was hoping he can continue that massive streak of 2 top finishes, but the age cliff comes fast after that age 28 season. He only averaged 3.5 yards per carry last year, and his yards after contact have dropped below 3.0 for 2 seasons in a row. His fantasy points last year tanked in full PPR leagues to 11.4 per game, and just 7.9 in over his last 8 games. So, obviously Brian Robinson Jr., younger back, he's been with Washington. I think this is his second second season there. He was a rookie last year, or was he a rookie 2 years ago?
I think he was a rookie 2 years ago, and last year was like kind of his first full season because he got shot in his first season. Do
you think Austin Ekeler just kind of fades away into that second running back role for various teams?
I think he's a guy that maybe you stay away from. I'm again, maybe I'm Doc A in it here, and with Aaron Jones and here with Austin Ekeler. But I think maybe stay away from him in the draft, see how his first couple of weeks go. But, Brian Robinson, I think, could be your horse of carries.
Yeah.
But when it comes to receptions, I think out of the backfield, you could see some productivity from Austin Ekeler, but I don't think that it gets back to 11.9. I think it's maybe closer to that 8 or 9 points a game, which you're only going to need on bye weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. When you start getting into the meat of your schedule. Next one here on is a lot of people, this is an interesting one, and I can kind of see it. Kyren Williams obviously had a massive year last year, rookie for the Los Angeles Rams, and he's going as high as running back 7 in a lot of leagues. Obviously, he helped me win the Bay Point League with picking him up. He's been fantastic. But he is kind of the archetype of the running back that has been a poor investment in fantasy football. He was certainly a huge league winner last year, but the chances that last year was the top of the chances are saying that last year was the top of the mountain for him. That will probably be his highest that he does. Most running backs with low draft capital are never able to replicate their breakout season numbers again, with a good percentage of them falling off a value cliff the next season. Obviously, this is generalities and going off the history. And, of course, they heavily invested in Michigan Wolverines running back Blake Corum. He's not going to be a bust, but as ADP, I think they're just saying he's got a little risky profile there as far as taking him really high in the draft.
Are they saying what Blake Corum's ADP is?
I'm sure he is way down there.
I just think that you have a combination of those two guys this year. So Blake Corum could eat into Kyren Williams' value. So it's a good point, but I don't like to 100% blindly follow the analytics.
Of course, because analytics are just one side of the story, that's for sure.
Yeah, but we'll have to see, man. Matthew Stafford can be healthy. The 49ers, I'm not going to say they're in trouble, but that division...
No, it's a lot, with the Rams now being a lot tougher. I mean, the 2 Rams games we played against them last year weren't easy, and, I think that every division is getting tougher, and I think the Niners' route is definitely getting more tough.
And Rams across the front are better, but still... There ain't no 9-9 over there anymore, so we'll see how that plays out for them.
No doubt. I do think Seattle may be not as much of a threat as they were, let's say, 2 years ago, even last year. I think, Geno had that breakout resurgence year, but it's just so hard to keep that up year after year, especially, when your division's getting better, that's for sure.
Yeah, we'll see how Mike McDonald does for him, because it ain't Pete Carroll over there no more.
Which is a lot of different changes, no doubt about that. All right, if we do play some flag football tonight, we got Dynasty versus the Chiefs in the semifinals, 7 p.m. kickoff. Liam, you ready for that one? Hopefully. I mean, it's been raining a lot, so hopefully the fields are okay. Or hopefully they let us play on some wet fields. That's for sure. What do you got, Liam? What do you think? Dynasty gets a dub tonight?
Yep.
It's nice and simple. Well, I appreciate you running the glass. You got the afternoon underdogs coming up at 4 p.m. We appreciate you tuning in to Tuesday. Tomorrow we'll be back with Keith Fleming at the top of the hour. He's going to have lots of fantasy football talk going on as the golf season is slowly working towards the playoffs and coming to an end. Y'all have a great rest of your Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow.
Northwest Florida. The Paul Feinbaum Show.
Cowbells and swamps. The Aggies romp. And Bevo's in the SEC.